Thank you. As we have voting schedules for today, may I please kindly ask that all delegations check if they have their electronic voting card with them, as well as ballot paper for the World Scout Conference and the use form vote in case if we decide to switch to paper voting. If not, may I kindly ask the head of delegations to go to reception and request a duplicate. We'll take the vote directly after the coffee break and we want things to proceed smoothly. Now I'd like to ask representatives of the host committee to give us some practical information for the day.
Thank you very much. Good morning. So what we have for today, it's your departure schedules. As if you know, it's our last day. So for departures, we kindly ask you to check the schedule on our main info desk and also on your help desk in Scout Family Hotels. And please note that the official schedule of the departures of the shuttles from the hotels to the airport are August 18th, 19th, and 20th. For the ones who are leaving today, you have to check out of your hotels till 11 a.m. and take your shuttle to airport from the main venue. Tomorrow and on 20th, all shuttles will go to the airport from the Scout Family Hotels. So the ones who live in other hotels can come to the nearest Scout Family Hotels and departure from there. And also we have information about tonight's closing ceremony. You actually have all this information in your handbooks, so please check. And for transport to and from Buta Palace, please check the schedule on the main info desk and also on your info desk in hotels. And please do not be late because buses will go only on their scheduled time. So I actually feel a bit sad because it was our last announcements for the conference. Yeah. I appreciate your attention and thank you very much for being with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Fatima. In Scouting, we always evaluate as a best practice our activities to learn lessons from what went well and less well. We'll of course do that for this conference as well. And I'm therefore inviting now Ms. Hanna Pasic on stage to explain us more about the evaluation process of the conference.
Madam Chair, to evaluate this World Conference, we have designed two evaluation approaches. A first part is an electronic survey, which all participants will receive through the email they registered with by the time you get back home. This survey focuses on the logistics, the venue, catering, and all other services offered during the event. Now comes the exciting part, so please listen carefully. A second part of the evaluation consists of qualitative gathering of feedback regarding the design of the program, your overall experience at the conference, what you got out of it, and finally, how well you felt part of the decision-making process. As you will understand, this is a key part of the evaluation process, and your inputs are absolutely essential. We will be organizing focus groups in 5 languages for this, between 2 and 3:30 this afternoon. We want to invite a diverse group of 60 participants in terms of country, gender, and age. More than 800 of you have the conference app installed, and you will now receive a notification which will point you to a new feature in the app. It is a blue icon called Evaluation Focus Groups. I would like to strongly encourage each delegation to at least sign up one representative to be part of this evaluation, so we can ensure adequate diversity in the selected group. So if you want to join in the evaluation, just follow the link and sign up through the blue icon in your conference app. If you have any further questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. Thank you.
Thank you, Hannah. After World Scout Committee elections on Wednesday, the World Scout Committee for the new triennium has selected its chairperson and vice chairpersons. I now invite João Armando Gonçalves to make this announcement.
Good morning, conference. The World Scout Committee for the Triennium 2017-2020 met yesterday to elect its officers for their term. Before I announce you the results, I would like to invite Vice Chair Dan Ownby and Vice Chair Jemima Narti to join me on stage, please. I just hope that the new officers have as much fun as the three of us had during the 3 years, most of the times at least. Without further ado, I would like to announce you the names of excellent scouts and good friends which will be the steering committee of the next World Scout Committee. And the officers' names are as follows. Chairman, Craig Turper, United Kingdom. Vice Chairman, Jemima Nartin, Ghana. Vice Chairman, Andy Chapman, United States of America. Can I ask you to join us on stage to be welcome and recognized, please? Craig, Andy.
I would like to invite Kirsty Brown, Chairperson of the Honors and Awards Committee, for the Bronze Wolf ceremony.
Good morning to all and welcome to this ceremony for the presentation of the Bronze Wolf. My name is Kirsty Brown from Scouts Australia. I am the chairman of the World Honours and Awards Committee for the 2014 to 2017 triennium. This committee comprises of Ahmed Al-Handawi, Secretary General of WOSM, Dr. Chao Shou-Po from Scouts of China, Georges Goyrayeb from Lebanon, Luc Panisod from France, and John Philpott from the Bahamas. Goran Hagendal is the Global Director of Scouting Development, is our support staff person at the World Scout Bureau. The role of the committee is to act as the nominating committee to the World Scout Committee for the award of the Bronze Wolf. The Bronze Wolf is the only award made by the World Scout Committee. It is awarded to individuals for outstanding service of the most exceptional character to the World Scout movement. Upon recommendation of the World Honour and Awards Committee, the World Scout Committee awarded 18 Bronze Wolf during the triennium. You will find the complete list of awardees in a Bronze Wolf update on your tables. This update has now been uploaded on scout.org and on the conference app. Five awardees decided to be recognised at earlier events, and 2 are unable to be with us today and will be properly recognised at later Scout events. Therefore, today we are going to recognise 11 awardees. Before proceeding, I will ask my friend Luc Panisod to present the brief history of the Bronze Wolf.
Good morning, brothers and sister Scouts. During the early years of the development of the Scout movement throughout the world, it was the practice of the founder, Lord Baden-Powell, to give the Silver Wolf a national British award to scouters in any country who had done outstandingly valuable work for the movement. The award was, of course, highly valued, but it began to be realized that the Silver Wolf was a British Scout decoration, even though it was given by the Chief Scout of the world. Accordingly, the International Committee decided in 1924 to ask BP if he would consider the institution of a special award which might be offered in their name to be awarded on the recommendation of the International Committee for outstanding international service to the Scout movement. The Chief Scout, as was his habit, gave the suggestion long and careful thought, weighing up the pros and the cons. He was anxious to avoid a multiplicity of awards, but at the same time, he realized that there was a definite need for something to fill this particular need. In 1932, he reopened the question, and after consultation with the International Committee, it was decided in June 1934 to create the award of the Bronze Wolf. As its name implies, the decoration is a wolf in bronze, little animal, and it is worn round the neck on a green ribbon with a yellow edging. Bronze was purposely chosen in preference to such noble metal as gold or silver to underline the spirit of simplicity of the movement. It was thought that the highest award in the movement should consist in something having almost no intrinsic value. The award was to be, and has remained since then, the only one existing at world level. On the proposal of one of its members, Mr. Walter Head, the International Committee unanimously awarded the first Bronze Wolf to Lord Baden-Powell himself. In the subsequent 20 years, only 14 other awards were made. This was in accordance with the International Committee policy that the award should only be made for outstanding international services, and with their earlier decision that no more than 2 awards would normally be made during any one biennial period. However, this decision was made when the strength of Scouting throughout the world was much less than it is today. Today, the Bronze Wolf is still the only award made by the World Scout Committee, the successor of the International Committee. It is given solely in recognition of outstanding services by an individual to the World Scout movement. Today, 83 years after the institution of the awards, a total of 361 awards have been made. 200 of our brothers and sisters holders have gone home, but fortunately 161 of us, and I'm quite pleased to be one of them, are still alive. And I can only wish us a long, long life.
We are going to start these presentations by recognising the first awardee, Alain Silberstein from France. There is a tradition that only Bronze Wolf holders can present the Bronze Wolf to a new awardee. I will therefore call on Luke to present the Bronze Wolf and to Zhao to present the certificate. May I ask the 3 of you to come on stage now. I shall read an extract of the citation that convinced the World Scout Committee to award the Bronze Wolf to Alain. Professionally, Alain Silberstein is an interior architect. Alain joined l'Éclair de France-Israël in 1960, my apologies, and appointed a trainer in 1970. From 1975 to 1985 and 2002 to 2014, Alain was International Commissioner of the Federation of French Scouting. Alain also served as a member of the European Training Committee. Since 2002, Alain served as Director of EEIF. In 2009, he was appointed the President of the International Forum of Jewish Scouts. In 2013, Alain was appointed Coordinator of the World Scout Interreligious Forum. As International Commissioner, he generated generations of young Jewish Scouts from all over France to participate in international Scout events. In collaboration with organising committees of world events, Alain has ensured Scouting is aware of Jewish life and specific needs in Jewish life during World Scout events. He initiated the creation of the International Forum of Jewish Scouts within WOSM. Interreligious dialogue is one of the cultural wealth of Scouts of France and brings together national Scout associations of Catholic, Protestant, Muslim, Jewish and secular faith. Alain has represented the Jewish Scouts in various federal bodies. Globally, this wealth is found in the Scouting Interreligious Forum. The commitment of Alain has enabled the International Forum of Jewish Scouts to find its place alongside other religious organisations, having attained the consultative status with the World Scout Committee. Alain initiated informal discussions between representatives of religious organisations with consultative status, members of the World Scout Bureau and the World Committee to raise awareness and deepen the strategic reflection on the issues related to the place and expression of religion and spirituality in Scouting. In 2014, at the 40th World Scout Conference in Slovenia, Alain initiated a joint statement from all religious organisations to remind them the commitment to an active coexistence. Being a graphic designer by profession, he uses his skills to benefit the World Scout movement. Elaine participated in the branding process and communication strategy task force, which established the new visual identity of WOSM. He continues to advise and propose graphic and symbolic changes to strengthen the visual identity of the Scout movement. Elaine has identified that a major challenge in developing Scouting in numerous religious and cultural communities is the ability to take into account the difference of expression and religious and cultural feeling that exists depending on whether one belongs to a religion and a dominant culture of a country, or one belongs to a religion and/or cultural minorities of that country. Alan has participated in various regional and global conferences. We commend Alan Silberstein for his outstanding service to World Scouting. I will now call on Sri Ram Lamachani from Nepal and Hartmut Kaila. Hartmut will present the bronze wolf to Sri Ram and Ahmad will present the certificate. Let me read an extract of the citation that convinced the World Scout Committee to award the bronze wolf to Sri Ram. Sri Ram Lamachani joined Scouting in 1964 as a youth member in Nepal Scouts. He served in a number of leader roles, and as Chief Commissioner he more than doubled the membership of Nepal Scouts, expanding Scouting from 30 districts. Sri Ram made Nepal Scouts financially sustainable and independent by constructing commercial buildings utilising his own resources. He worked tirelessly in 2013 with the government to increase the annual grant to Nepal Scouts from $1 million per year to $10.9 million in Nepalese currency. For a least developed country, this indeed is a great achievement for Scouting. Sri Ram created the Kakani International Training Centre with the support of the Scouts and the Government of Luxembourg by obtaining a large plot from the government, and has now developed it into the Scout Centre for Environmental Excellence. Following a personal initiative in 2006, he created the Baden-Powell Scout Peak in the Himalayan range with the approval of the Government of Nepal and the Nepal Mountaineering Association. This is a great permanent gift to World Scouting. Today, Scouts and leaders from all around the world are coming to Nepal to summit this peak as an adventurous activity. Sri Ram successfully collaborated partnerships with Australia, a nature project with Luxembourg, a tree planting project with the Danish Scouts and Guides, the partnership with the Finnish Scouts on capacity building for Nepal Scouts. Sri Ram is active in the Asia-Pacific region, having served as Vice Chairman of the Asia-Pacific Region Scout Committee in 2012 to 15, and an ex officio member of Suncheon APR Scout Centre and an APR Scout Committee member 2009 to 2012. Sri Ram has served a member of different subcommittees prior to 2012. He hosted the 6th Asia-Pacific Regional Leaders Summit in March 2009, where members from other region and World Scout Committee members were present, and hosted the SARC camp in Kathmandu in spite of difficult times Nepal were going through due to the Maoist insurgency. Sri Ram has attended 5 APR Leader Summits, Asia-Pacific Scout Conferences, SARC Jamborees and 5 World Scout Conferences and 3 World Scout Jamborees. We commend Sri Ram Lamachani for his outstanding service to Scouting.
I will now call on John May and Chairman Joao to come on stage. Kirsty will present the bronze wolf to John, and Joao will present the certificate. Let me read an extract of the citation. John May, United Kingdom. John May has dedicated his life to serving youth worldwide, not solely in Scouting, but by creating opportunities for young people, mentoring and coaching them to achieve their full potential. Professionally, this commitment was recognized by his country when he received the Queen's Award for Enterprise Promotion in recognition of his dedication to enterprise education. John has held leadership positions since 1982 at group, district, county, and UK level. During his time as International Commissioner and afterwards, John participated in several European seminars, events, and engaged in the review of the Europe for You program for all the Scouts. His professional background in formal and non-formal education has also benefited Scouting globally. John is currently the Secretary General of the Duke of Edinburgh Award International Foundation, which coordinates the Duke of Edinburgh International Award worldwide. He has actively created strong links between the International Award and Scouting in many countries, where youth members are able to access the award independently or as a result of completing the top Scout Award in their country. Currently, John is the chairman of Oxfordshire County Scout Council, leading an executive committee that manages finances and assets, as well as provision of support to develop and grow Scouting across the country. John combined youthful enthusiasm with sound thinking and excellent organizational skills. In 2008, he was elected to the World Scout Committee, serving 2 terms. During his second term, he assumed additional responsibility as first vice chairperson, where his leadership and influential skills were evident as the World Scout Committee undertook significant issues, including the reorganization of the World Scout Bureau, resulting in the establishment of the Global Support Center in Kuala Lumpur and Geneva. John was also instrumental in the process of outlining the requirement for the appointment of a new Secretary General. His cultural awareness, sincerity, and impartiality helped smooth many waves and unite World Scouting. John continues to be a great role model to young people and adults alike, and promotes the value of youth involvement in decision-making. John has always been a valuable, informed, and contributing team player. He advocates transparency and accountability in all decisions and reflected this principle and provided explanation for decisions at public forums held at regional and world gatherings. We commend John May for his outstanding service to World Scouting. I will now call on John Naismith from Canada, Alexander Wong, and Secretary General Ahmad. Alex will present the bronze wolf to John, and Ahmad will present the certificate. Let me read an extract of the citation. John Naismith, Canada. John Naismith has served scouting for over 57 years, from unit leader in the National Scout Organization in Canada to the highest level in World Scouting as a member of the World Scout Committee, and he is currently serving actively to further scouting in the world. As a member of Scouts Canada, John performed an in-depth hands-on review of Scouts Canada, sponsored community development project in Asia, Africa, and the Caribbean. This resulted in Scouts Canada reviewing and reorientating its community development project role. John is a past member of the Inter-American Scout Committee from 2001 to 2007, serving as finance coordinator on this committee, as well as institutional development coordinator, and he is a member of the board of the Inter-American Scout Foundation. John's hands-on service, training, and support in the Africa region for over 23 years, including serving a 4-month period with the Kenya Scout Association, developing a management business operations methods, and a 3-month period with Scouts of Namibia, assisting their setup and operation as a new member of WOSM. In the Caribbean, John has developed and administered a business management course to a number of Caribbean NSOs. John has really advanced the image of Scout leadership, and he has inspired and motivated many dedicated volunteers in these areas. John Naismith served as internal auditor for the World Scout Bureau. As a volunteer, he dedicated many hours to assist the World Scout Bureau with financial matters. As a member of the World Scout Committee from 2008 to 2014, he could always be relied on to do what he considered best for the movement, even though it might be unpopular. John has always had the long-range big picture in mind and would encourage his committee colleagues to take action for the benefit of World Scouting young people. John is reliable, hardworking, courageous, and a humble leader. John Naismith has worked for and benefited the Scouting movement. His work before, during, and after the World Scout Committee shows concern for all Scouts, and his practical and hands-on help and support has been recognized by many NSOs around the world. While never looking for awards of recognition, we commend John Naismith for his outstanding service to World Scouting.
I will now call on Christos Papageorgiou from Greece, Georges Gorab and Zhao. Georges will present the bronze wolf to Christos, and Zhao will present the certificate. Let me read an extract of the citation. Georges Papageorgiou was born in Athens and joined Scouting as a cub at the age of 8. He served the Scouts of Greece in many roles, in troop, local, regional and national level, the last one being the Vice President of the National Board. He is a leader trainer of Scouts of Greece and has attended numerous seminars concerning the natures of World Scouting all over the world. Christos has attended World Scout conferences in Oslo 1996, Durban in 1999, Greece in 2002, Tunisia in 2005, Korea in 2008, Brazil 2011, as well as a number of regional Scout conferences in Europe, Africa and Eurasia. In 1993, the World Scout Bureau assigned Scouts of Greece to develop leaders in order to re-establish Scouting in Ukraine and Albania. Christos was one of the trainers. He also worked for the rebirth of Scouting in Bulgaria and organised support and relief missions at the refugee camps during the Bosnian and Kosovo wars. In September 1993, Scouts of Greece were given the mandate from the World Scout Bureau to start working on the formation of the international link of Orthodox Christian Scouts in line with the long-existing International Catholic Conference on Scouting and the International Union of Muslim Scouts. The inaugural meeting of Desmos took place in Oslo, Norway in 1996 before the opening of the 34th World Scout Conference. Christos became the first president of the interim committee in 1996 and he was elected Secretary General in 1997. In 2005, was elected as Desmos President for 2 terms and is currently Honorary Desmos President. Christos has served as keynote speaker in topics concerning Scouting and religious symbols. Due to his strong leadership, management and relationship skills, he assisted in strengthening world solidarity and cooperation through the spiritual development on Scouting, managing to bring together Scouts of different cultures, denominations and faith. He has worked to promote the cooperation of other denominations and faith within Scouting, as well as establishing the interreligious dialogue. As a result, Desmos is the committed and valued member of World Scout Interreligious Forum. Christos is a dedicated Scout and has spent his life working for young people at local, national and world level. He has been selflessly dedicated to youth. He is recognised and respected by many people, Scouts and non-Scouts, in many countries around the world. He has promoted and communicated the values of Scouting to the various Orthodox churches and has developed close links and established cooperations between them and Scouting. We commend Christos Papageorgiou for his outstanding service to World Scouting. I will now call on Riko Suzuki from Japan, Toby Suzuki and Ahmad. This is a very special and unique opportunity to recognise the second couple in the world where wife and husband are bronze wolf holders, but I don't think we should compare them to the first couple. Toby will present the bronze wolf to Riko and Ahmad will present the certificate. Let me read the extract of the citation. Riko Suzuki joined the Scout Association of Japan in 1980 and has served the association faithfully for the past 36 years in various roles. Riko has worked to ensure the cultural impact of her gender in Scouting in Japan has always been acceptable in the association. Riko has served World Scouting since the late 1990s, particularly in the Asia-Pacific region, and has a well-developed understanding of the English language. Rico is married to Toby Suzuki and has 3 sons. Rico has lived abroad and continued her scouting while absent from her home country. Rico has completed training in Cub Scouts, Senior Scouts, and holds a Wood Badge for Commissioners. She is well known for her work as a trainer and completed her leader training course in Australia in 1999. Rico Suzuki has tirelessly supported many of the new and developing National Scout organisations through the Asia-Pacific region by assisting with the development of their training and training programs. Rico is a Baden-Powell Fellow and a board member of the LAVE Baden-Powell Society, attending events throughout the world for both societies. Rico is currently Vice Chairman of the Asia-Pacific Regional Scout Committee in her 2nd term and is well respected in this role throughout the region. Her contribution in her community are incredible and are worthy of note that she is recognised as a scouting member even in those roles. Her attendance at world and regional conferences and jamborees has been exemplary, and her outstanding personal contributions, particularly through leader training. Rico has played a key leadership role at the World Scout Jamboree held in Yamaguchi, Japan. Rico Suzuki has worked for and benefited the scouting movement well past national and regional level. Her work shows concern for all Scouts, and her practical and hands-on help and support has been well recognised by many NSOs. While never looking for rewards and recognition, Rico is deserving to be recommended to receive the honour of the Bronze Wolf. We commend Rico Suzuki for her outstanding service to World Scouting.
I will now call on Wahid Labidi from Tunisia, Mario Diaz, and Chairman Joao. Mario will present the Bronze Wolf to Wahid, and Joao will present the certificate. Let me read an extract of the citation. Wahid Labidi, Tunisia. Professionally, Wahid Labidi is a senior political and economic specialist at the US Embassy in Tunis. Wahid joined Scouting in 1968 as a Cub Scout in Les Scouts Tunisiens, the Tunisian Scout Association, and progressed through all the age sections. During his 35 years as a leader in Scouting, Wahid has successfully undertaken leadership and management positions at national, sub-regional, regional, and world level of Scouting. Wahid has achieved exceptional service to Arab youth and demonstrated leadership in promoting Scouting in the Arab region and in the world. His services are considered outstanding by their length, their diversity, their magnitude, and the difficult context in which Wahid operated and still operates. Wahid, in his various roles, has been an initiator in a number of areas which has long-lasting impact. He significantly contributed to the reform process of Tunisian Scout organization governance after the Tunisian Revolution in 2011. Under extremely challenging circumstances that prevailed following the terrorist attacks that targeted Tunisia in 2012, Wahid was the founder of the Counter-Violence Extremism CVE Scout badge and its integration into the Scout program. Wahid is a pioneer of community development project and partnership in Tunisia. He contributed greatly through the establishment of partnership agreement of his NSO with over 50 NGOs, international institutions, regional institutions, UN agencies to implement projects on fighting AIDS, reproduction health, peace education, and protection of environment. The partnership between Tunisian and Danish Scouts from 2008 to 2017, initiated by Wahid Labidi, is a long-standing organizational friendship where, on the basis of understanding and cultural exchange, have developed several projects that try to make the world a better place. Wahid has spent more than 25 years encouraging and supporting international brotherhood through exchange programs and training of groups. Wahid is currently the Chief Commissioner of the Tunisian Scout Organization until 2019. At world level, Wahid chaired the organizing committee of the 37th World Scout Conference and successfully organized and ran that conference in Hammamet in 2005. As a World Scout Committee member from 2008 to 2014, Wahid significantly contributed to reshaping WOSM relationship with some NSOs and WOSM partners with consultative status such as IUMS and ISGF. Wahid was member of the World Scout Committee from 2008 to 2014, vice chairman of WOSM from 2011 to 2014. In his capacity as WOSM vice chairperson, he managed the 2012 WOSM difficult situation, known later on as global issues. He took the leadership within the World Scout Committee that led to wise solutions and preserved the unity of WOSM. Wahid Labidi has worked and benefited the Scouting movement at national, regional, and world level. We commend Wahid Labidi for his outstanding services to World Scouting. The next one is you. It's going well. Yep.
I will now call on Mohammed Effendi Rajab from Singapore, Jorgen Rasmussen and Ahmad to come forward. Jorgen will present the bronze wolf to Effendi and Ahmad will present the certificate. Let me read the extract of the citation. Dr. Mohammed Effendi Rajab joined Scouting in Singapore in 1974 and has served for the past 43 years as a volunteer and a professional scouter in the Singapore Scout Association and a Director of Adult Resources at the World Scout Bureau, Geneva, before returning to Singapore in 2005. In his many volunteer roles, Mohammed Effendi Rajab has served faithfully and is known best throughout the world for his roles and achievement and contributions in the field of management, leadership, training and development. Mohammed Effendi Rajab has served as the National Training Commissioner, a Vice Chairman of the Task Force for Leader Training, Asia Pacific Region Vice Chairman, Adult Resources Committee, member of the World Adult Resources Committee, prior to taking on the professional role of Director Adult Resources World Scout Bureau, where he conducted regional human resource development, management and leadership seminars and workshops as a resource speaker, a facilitator, course designer in numerous countries throughout the world. Working with the chairman of the World Adult Resources Committee during his time as Director of Adult Resources in Geneva, they completed the World Adult Resources Handbook. Currently, Mohammed Effendi Rajab is the Executive Director of Singapore Scouts Association, and as a youth he achieved the highest scouting rank as a President Scout in 1973. Effendi credits these core values for contributing significantly to his personal and professional development. He is currently a member of the pilot study team on impact of scouting. When he completed his bachelor studies, he began to appreciate the value of knowledge and so decided to continue the learning journey to a doctoral degree. His thesis was titled Leadership Behaviour as Perceived by Senior Leaders in a Voluntary Non-Profit Organisation, a descriptive exploratory study of the leadership in the Singapore Scout Association. We commend Mohammed Effendi Rajab for his outstanding service to Scouting professionally and as a volunteer.
It's Visor, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I should now call on our friend Siegfried Weiser, immediate past chairman of the World Scout Foundation. Unfortunately, Siegfried cannot be with us today, but he has specifically asked that our friend Wayne Perry, the chairman of the World Scout Foundation, himself Bronze Wolf holder, receive the Bronze Wolf on his behalf. Later on during this year, His Majesty King Carl Gustav, honorary chairman of the World Scout Foundation, will present Siegfried with his award. May I now call on Wayne Perry to come on stage. Kirsty will present the Bronze Wolf to Wayne, and Joao will present the certificate. Let me read an extract of the citation. Siegfried Weiser, World Scout Foundation. Siegfried Weiser is president and owner of La Bioéthique Paris, an international cosmetic company. His industry experience includes building up companies in North America, England, France, Switzerland, and Germany. However, Siegfried's life is very much one of a philanthropist rather than a businessman. An avid sponsor of potential young prodigies in the opera world, Siegfried has impacted the life of young people for decades. He has quietly helped to fund various needy people requiring major health intervention, literally changing their lives. Since 2007, when Siegfried first joined the World Scout Foundation team, he has helped to transform the World Scout Foundation approach to key donor. Most importantly, he helped to guide the relation with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It is safe to say that without Siegfried's bridge building and commitment to the Messenger of Peace initiative, it would never have happened. Siegfried has also nurtured the involvement of Scouting in dialogue for peace and understanding, and he personally funded a number of initiatives which led to the establishment of the King Abdullah Center for Interfaith and Interdialogue, CAICID. As a result, Scouting has found a privileged position in that centre and has thus benefited from increased support. During his time as chairman of the World Scout Foundation, Siegfried helped to institutionalize the Regal Circle. The Regal Circle is a specific group of $1 million donors to the World Scout Foundation, as a cornerstone of the World Scout Foundation. His generosity has brought the members of the Regal Circle together and inspired them to do even more. Siegfried has insisted that World Scout Foundation plays a strong role in the support of projects of WOSM and its NSOs. He personally traveled to Lebanon 3 times, supporting the My Tent is Your Tent program and helping quietly to support some individual families whose needs were far greater than Lebanese Scouting could assist. He has funded the cancer treatment for a Syrian Scout leader to help this man extend his life and assuring the future education and survival of his family. During his time as chairman, the World Scout Foundation instituted the support for project as a central strategy of the World Scout Foundation. Siegfried's commitment to WOSM is clear. He has supported 3 meetings of NSOs and WOSM leadership in London and twice in Paris. This allowed WOSM to consult with key NSOs and fast-track key program and policy. Since 2007, Siegfried has been active supporting his local scout in Pforzheim in Germany and has also been invested to the 88th Mexico City Scout Group as honorary member. On the day of his wedding earlier this year, just before the ceremony, he insisted on typing a MOP wristband on his wrist and wearing his BP pin. His passion for Scouting is incredible. Siegfried's generosity and passion for Scouting has inspired many people not only to donate, but to understand what the real purpose of Scouting is. Siegfried has grasped the true mission of the movement and spread the word to others in the corporate world and heads of states. We commend Siegfried Weiser for his outstanding service to World Scouting and to the World Scout Foundation.
I will now call on Winston Adams from South Africa, Luke and Zhao. Luke will present the bronze wolf to Winston and Zhao will present the certificate. Sorry. Let me read this extract from the citation. Winston Adams joined Scouting in South Africa at the age of 9, and despite the violence around the area, his parents felt safe to let their children join Scouts because of its holistic program and approach. Winston has served Scouting at national, regional and global levels as a youth member, volunteer and professional Scouter. His service in South Africa is exceptional during the apartheid times in South Africa. In 1968, he became a field worker for the then Coloured Scout Association and later for the Combined Scout Associations in the Western Cape. Winston became part of the Special National Scout Council meeting in 1975, striving to amalgamate the 4 different Scout associations, and in 1978 organised the Combined National Scout Council meeting of the Boy Scouts of South Africa, thus supporting South African Scouting to alleviate apartheid. In 1998, he received the Order of the African Elephant from the Africa region. He was the only person in Southern Africa to have the prestigious order until Nelson Mandela was awarded this award in 2003. Winston is currently a member of the Africa Region Scout Committee, advisor to the Southern Zone of the Africa region, chairman of the Honours and Awards Committee in Africa. He has been a key player in 3 different world events, in the World Scout Conference in Durban, the World Scout Jamboree in Thailand, and the World Scout Jamboree in Sweden. At all these events, he's contributed with strong leadership, cultural understanding, and a deep scouting knowledge. Winston has also played a key role with his support to various NSOs that has enabled them to become members of WOSM. During all his work professionally or as a volunteer, his work has been of the highest quality and guided by a strong scouting spirit. Even today, he's still serving as a member of the Africa Region Committee, where he makes outstanding contributions to the development of scouting in Africa region and worldwide. We commend Winston Adams for his outstanding service to World Scouting. Do the closing part. You do the citation, then I'll do the last bit.
Okay. I will now call on Father Jonathan from UK, Derek Pollard, and Chairman Joao. Derek will present the bronze wolf to Father Jonathan, and Joao will present the certificate. Let me read an extract of the citation. Father Jonathan Howe, United Kingdom. Father Jonathan is a priest of the Diocese of Arundel and Brighton and is currently Director of Studies at St. John's Seminary, Warnersh, where he teaches liturgy and philosophy. He has been a member of the movement since he first made his promise as a Cub Scout in Burgess Hill, West Sussex, and has held several adult roles locally, nationally, and internationally. Father Jonathan has actively contributed to the organization, delivery, evaluation, and ongoing improvement of the Faith and Belief Zone at successive World Scout Jamboree and other international Scout events. He coordinated this zone at the 21st World Scout Jamboree in 2007, building on his experience at Eurojam in 2005. His belief in Scouting is as strong as his belief in his faith, and he has worked hard to advance WOSM work in spiritual and religious development, as well as inter-religious dialogue, drawing on his interest in the philosophy of religion and education. An estimated 30,000 young people have enjoyed and engaged with activities as part of the Faith and Belief Zone at successive World Scout Jamboree. As an advisor to WOSM, he has contributed diligently to the drafting of various resource material on the broad themes of spiritual and religious development, and actively participated in events including those held at King Abdullah bin Abdulaziz International Dialogue Center, that focus on the increasingly important topic of interreligious dialogue. In recent times, he has played a central role in the work of World Scouting's Duty to God Task Force, helping to analyze the sentiment of the movement on these questions and to offer practical approaches to further advance work in this area, which will positively benefit young people in Scouting, including those with or without faith. We commend Father Jonathan for his outstanding service to World Scouting.
We're just about finished.
What?
We're just about finished.
Yeah.
I will now call on newly recognised bronze wolf holders, Jao and Ahmad, to come in front of the stage or on the front of the stage for a group picture. Yep.
Okay, we do the Scout sign, please.
Stay there. As is the tradition, I will ask all bronze wolf holders present in the room to stand up. If they're able to stand here, that's fine, and to be recognised. Stand up. Stand up. Come on.
They don't move quickly, eh?
No. Is that everyone? I'll just say that concludes it.
Yeah.
Madam Chair, this concludes the Bronze Wolf ceremony. May I remind all Bronze Wolf holders they are expected to be in room B1 at 12:30 for the special Bronze Wolf luncheon gathering. Thank you.
Thank you, Kirsty and Luke. And once more, congratulations to the recipients of Bronze Wolf Award.
We've got to put that down together. Christos, good.
We're also pleased to inform you that since the World Scout Conference in Slovenia, 8 national Scout organizations or national Scout associations have claimed for their Centenary diploma, celebrating their centenary this year or earlier. Can I invite the outgoing Vice Chair of the World Scout Committee, Dan Ombi, and reselected Vice Chair Jemima Narti on the stage for the presentation. Uganda Scout Association. Scouts de Haiti. Hungarian Scout Association. Associazione Guide e Scouts Cattolici, Italy. The Scout and Guide Central Organization of Latvia. Scouts of Namibia. Tanzania Scout Association. Scouting and Guiding Federation of Turkey. It has been 2 weeks since we closed the 15th World Scout Moot in Iceland, which was a great event. Yeah! Now, let's hear more from the host of the 16th World Scout Moot, Scouting Ireland, about their preparation for the next edition in 2021. Can I please invite Gary Gogan from Scouting Ireland?
Cue video. And I'm also an Irish Rover Scout. Hasn't it been incredible to celebrate these fantastic achievements this morning? To help us celebrate the future of Scouting, the future of the World Scout Moot 2021, I'd like you to help me in welcoming Robert and Katie to the stage to give us a feel for what the World Scout Moot 2021 has in store for us.
Scout conference in Slovenia, Scouting Ireland was lucky enough to be chosen to host the 16th World Scout Moot in 2021. But before we get into that, let me introduce you to my good friend Katie.
Hello there, my name is Katie and I'm also an Irish Rover Scout. We are so excited to be hosting our first world event in Ireland. Ireland is famous for its landscapes, culture and people. We would like you to sit back and enjoy the following video, which will highlight why Ireland will be the destination of choice for 2021. And it's in the kitchen that the Irish congregate. We are a relaxed country who always manage to have some fun. We're a country shaped in culture, including our music, both traditional and modern, ranging from river dance to U2.
The Irish are one of the top welcoming people in the world. And we
I think we need some audience participation here.
Great idea. Why don't we all try repeating the words after me?
Cade. Mila. Say it again. Cade, Mila, Falcha. Congratulations, you have just completed your first Irish language lesson. Not only that, but the heritage surrounding us lives in us. Newgrange, an ancient burial ground, is older than the ancient pyramids and Stonehenge. Our history taught us resilience. Our culture gave us independence of mind. Our Irish language taught us wit. Our native sport, hurling, is considered to be the world's oldest and fastest field sport, with the ball being hit at speeds of up to 100 miles per hour. Our waves are known to surfers around the world. Our highest peak is over 1,000 meters. Our cliffs are the highest in Europe. Ireland is influenced by the Atlantic Ocean, resulting in a cool, moderate climate, providing the perfect playground for scouting. And on our west coast, we have the Wild Atlantic Way, with over 2,500 kilometers of amazing coastline, providing locations for fun, activity, and challenge. And on our east coast, that's home to the ancients, a thriving hub steeped in history. Ireland has over 30,000 ancient ruins and castles dotted all over the country, including the infamous Castle Black from Game of Thrones. Intellectual development, character building, and spiritual growth is unique to each participant's experience. This process will help everyone to strengthen to become better citizens, creating a better world.
The next World Scout Moot will be hosted by Ireland, but we want to ensure that all WOSM members have a say. And so, over the coming years, we will be working with 6 WOSM regions in order to create a World Scout Moot designed by you, but with a truly Irish feel. We want to create an exciting and fun-filled program that reflects the needs and dreams of all.
We invite all members of WOSM to come explore Ireland through our heritage, rolling hills, and welcoming people. Make Ireland your destination of choice for your association in 2021. We ask you, all the members of this World Scout Conference, to become ambassadors for the 16th World Scout Moot and spread the good word. Come join us and explore our wonderful home.
Wow. Hearing Robert and Katie's passion for scouting in Ireland is getting me excited. As you can see, each delegation has received some of our virtual reality viewers. If you scan the code on the side, you will be brought to 4 of our current videos. Over the coming years, there will be more. However, to receive information, and if you haven't done so already, pop over to the World Scout Moot 2021 stand. Sign up, and you'll be inundated with tons of information. Scan the code, watch the video, and take Ireland home with you.
Thank you guys for your presentation, and looking forward to be a part of the 16 World Scout Moot. Hopefully everyone will join it. Now we'll take a coffee break, but as a reminder, the presentations by the bidders to host the World Scout Conference and World Scout Youth Forum 2020 place will take place right after the coffee break. So please make sure that you return on time and we can start with the presentations and right after with votings. Please make sure that you have your e-voting cards and paper ballots ready and prepared. If you're missing, please approach the reception and take a duplicate so we run voting smoothly right after the coffee break. We'll reconvene back at 11:00. Thank you.
Yes.
Youth Forum to give their presentation. Will you please settle down so that we can have this presentation?
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Bonjour. Guten Morgen. Dear brothers and sisters in Scouting, it's a great honor for me and my National Scout organization to host the 42nd World Scout Conference and the 14th World Scout Youth Forum in Egypt 2020. One of our important motives to host this strategic event is more youth empowerment through international exposure. Now, I'm highly delighted to introduce the future of scouting in Egypt. Hey.
I had the honor to participate in the organization process of many international and national events. This has always made me thrilled to organize such events.
Since I joined the Scout movement, I lived a different life, doing my best to keep the Scout promise and to follow the Scout law. It covers all my life, in church, college, and my overschool.
We, the Egyptian Scouts and Yearly Guides, are very excited to welcome all of you to your next World Scout Conference and World Scout Youth Forum in 2020.
Regional scouting events and conferences. For the youth conference, Novotel Hotel is a perfect venue, as it is only 5 minutes away from Cairo Airport. It's also close to downtown Cairo. It provides several halls that would easily facilitate a huge event like the Scout Youth Forum. The hotel main meeting room can accommodate up to 400 persons with 4 breakout rooms. We are proposing Sharm el-Sheikh Youth Hostel to host the inter-event, which can accommodate more than 300 persons. It has a variety of facilities like a conference hall, which accommodates 300 persons, an Olympic pool, and different sports courts. The attendees will have the opportunity to participate in a variety of activities, such as mountain climbing, snorkeling and diving, parasailing, and landscape sightseeing. As for the noteworthy 2020 World Scouting Conference, we lay out the logistical initial plan as the following. The proposed venue for the conference is in the breathtaking Sharm el-Sheikh city. It's one of the most exquisite tourist attractions for its location in South Sinai. The city has very diverse vibes and quality hotels, such as the Maritime Jolieville Hotel with its International Congress Center. It has 12 meeting rooms and the capacity to accommodate 4,000 guests. Moreover, it provides simultaneous interpretation in 7 different languages. A venue like this is an outstanding place to host a prestigious event like the World Scout event. Over and beyond that, hosting this mega event in Egypt will help strengthen the relationships between the Egyptian Scout movement and the different governmental entities, the private sector, as well as related entities. Give a great opportunity to the movement to develop its capabilities, develop the Scout leaders in crafting the future of the movement, enhance the perception of Scouting in the Egyptian community. It is our great pleasure to invite the 6 regions to help us realize our vision in 2020. Together, we will foresee the bright future of the Scouting movements and celebrate our great journey of 100 years of Scouting conferences.
Hello, World Scout Conference. Dear brothers and sisters in Scouting, we have a message for you today. Can I see the African region, please? Would you please raise your hand and make some noise? Woo! We'd be glad to see you in Egypt 2020. Where is the Asia-Pacific region? I can't hear you. I can't actually hear you. It's a fact. Would you please make some noise? Asia-Pacific region? Are you there? Woo! Thank you. We'd be honored by your presence. Where is the Eurasian region? I know it's a small one, but woo! It's always a pleasure to have you with us. And where is the European region? Woo! A lot of European. We're waiting for you in Egypt. The Inter-American region. We can't wait to see you there. And for the Arab region, you do not need any invitation. Egypt's already your home. Woo! From the land of fire, we're delighted and honored to invite you to the land of civilizations. In Egypt 2020, you'll get the chance to dive into the history in Cairo for the Youth Forum, and moreover, dive into the nature in the magnificent Sharm el-Sheikh city for the conference. You'll be able to build the bridges and bring the diversity of Scouts from all over the world to create the future. Thank you very much. The future of the world organization of the Scout movement. We're all waiting for you in Egypt 2020. Let's dive into the future to create a better world. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Egypt. We now invite Malaysia.
Thank you, Chairperson. Triennium as the 24th World Scout Jamboree 2019 in the Inter-American region, which is a different triennium from the 25th World Scout Jamboree in 2023, set to be held in the Asia-Pacific region. It would be an honor for the Scouts Association of Malaysia to host this esteemed event. Brother and sister Scouts, together with us this morning, we have His Excellency Datuk Roslan, the Malaysian Ambassador to Azerbaijan, His Honorable Chief Scout of Malaysia, Director from Ministry of Education Malaysia, and the representative of the Ministry of Tourism and Culture, Malaysia. They are all here to show the full support from the government of Malaysia. Let us share with you our beautiful city, a fantastic destination, its authenticity, a safe and dynamic destination that is truly Asia. The proposed venue for the Youth Forum and the Scout Conference are both very strategic locations and are well equipped with state-of-the-art auditorium for the conference plenary sessions, ample meeting rooms for concurrent sessions, and many other amenities such as the conference dining, accommodation, and cafes all under one roof. We are very confident that we will deliver the best ever World Scout Conference and World Scout Youth Forum in 2020. Since that fateful day, when we made the decision to bid for the conference and the forum, we have not looked back even once. As a team, we are totally committed to pursuing our dream to bring this historical event home and share our warm hospitality with all of you. With that, we have prepared a short video presentation. We hope that you will enjoy it.
So, what do you guys know about Malaysia? I hear the people there are really nice and friendly. I'm curious about their ethnicity though. With so many different races living in one country, what language do you speak? Is it hard to communicate?
Honestly, I've only heard about Malaysia in the news and advertisements. There are beaches there, right?
Well, let's find out.
Kuala Lumpur, being the hub of Southeast Asia, offers easy accessibility from almost anywhere in the world, and great affordability because of the low-cost carriers operating in the region. With the Asian region accounting for 60% of the world's population, it will be a short-haul flight for a large island resorts to dense jungles and UNESCO World Heritage Sites. With so much to choose from, there is something for everyone, and we can guarantee that delegates will cherish this enriching experience. As a multi-ethnic country, we have scouts of different races, different cultures, and different nationality. Scouting in Malaysia started way back in the year 1908. There are currently more than 60,000 registered members, which also includes Air Scouts and Sea Scouts. Scouts or pengakap are well accepted and close to the heart to the people of Malaysia, where most Malaysians have been a scout before. PPM has conducted many international events successfully, including Asia Pacific Regional Workshops, leader training programs and courses from the year 2000 to the year 2013, Third International Peace Jamboree for International Union of Muslim Scouts, IUMS, in Malacca from the 18th till the 24th of August 2008, 6th Asia Pacific Regional Scout Youth Forum held in International Youth Centre, Kuala Lumpur from the 21st till the 25th of October 2009, and the 23rd Asia Pacific Regional Conference held in Kuala Lumpur Hilton Hotel from the 27th October to the 1st of November 2009. With those experiences, we are confident to offer Malaysia as the host for the events. Seriously, why choose Malaysia? Delegates from 125 countries can enter Malaysia visa-free, and our modern and efficient airports, KLIA and KLIA2, can easily handle up to 60,000 arrivals daily. To get you from the airport to hotel, there are many affordable options, which include the high-speed train, which takes under 30 minutes. There is so much to explore and witness within this small country. It is a tropical paradise full of surprises in every corner you turn.
A friendly environment to surround yourself with, where everyone treats you like family. Uncle, how much for one? Okay, thank you. Wow.
No matter what state we come from, what race we are, even though English language isn't our mother tongue, we will still manage to direct you to your destination.
And if you happen to be homesick, you can find your favorite home food almost anywhere within the city center. From Western, Japanese, Korean, Italian, you name it. Accessibility from one place to another is simple via our public transport. Traveling around Malaysia is as simple as following a map. We have an established train system which consists of the LRT and also the MRT, which travels within residential areas and the city center as well. Let's start with the proposed venue for the 14th World Scout Youth Forum in 2020, the Aminuddin Baki Institute. It is located 50 kilometers from the capital city Kuala Lumpur. Its temperature is between 18 to 20 degrees Celsius, and the institute is as wide as 48.6 hectares. The versatile venue comprises a hall to accommodate plenary sessions, smaller meeting rooms, dining services, exhibition spaces, and on-site lodging within the campus. There are single rooms available for participants of the World Scout Youth Forum. In addition to that, Aminuddin Baki Institute is also near Genting Highlands, a hilltop hotel theme park. It hosts an around-the-world themed indoor park as well as the first 20th Century Fox outdoor theme park set to complete in 2019. Perfect for youngsters to relax and have fun during the Youth Forum. After the Youth Forum is the Inter-event, representing the National Park of Malaysia, where one may discover, enjoy, and release your stress within the most amazing beauty nature on Earth. At 130 million years of age, Malaysia's Taman Negara tropical rainforest is the oldest in the world. Covering 4,343 square kilometers, the national park is one of Malaysia's biggest draws, its thick jungle and fast-flowing rivers pulling in thousands of tourists every year. The proposed venue for the 42nd World Scout Conference is the Kuala Lumpur Convention Centre. It is an award-winning AIPC Gold Standard venue strategically located as part of a purposefully designed integrated precinct. Situated in the heart of the Golden Triangle, the precinct offers spectacular surroundings, excellent connectivity, premier shopping, restaurants, an entertainment hub, and over 25,000 hotel rooms from budget to 5 stars, all within 15 minutes of walking distance from the center. There are also air-conditioned covered walkways to get from one shopping mall to another from the conference venue. The purpose-built award-winning Kuala Lumpur Convention Centre will be reserved exclusively for the 42nd World Scout Conference in 2020. The Scouts Association of Malaysia has full support from the Government of Malaysia as well as the Malaysia Convention and Exhibitions Bureau to host both the World Scout Youth Forum and the World Scout Conference in 2020. Malaysia is ready to share with all of you world-renowned authentic Malaysian hospitality, affordability, ease of communication, and all of which makes Malaysia your natural choice to deliver your legacy for the 42nd World Scout Conference and 14th World Scout Youth Forum 2020. Thank you. Terima kasih.
Thank you, Malaysia. We're going to have a video presentation now from the hosts of the 24th World Scout Jamboree. And after that, we're going to have a short recess of about 5 or 10 minutes to enable delegations to consider their choice for the World Scout Conference and Youth Forum. So there'll be a recess here in plenary. We will ask you not to leave, but give you a chance for 5 or 10 minutes maximum to consider your choice, and then we will vote. But first now, the presentation by the hosts for the 24th World Scout Jamboree, then a 5 to 10 minute maximum recess in plenary. We ask you not to go out at all, to give you an opportunity to consider your final choice, and then the vote. If there are any queries about that, is that understood quite clearly by everyone? Thank you. Thanks very much. So now we're inviting the World Scout Jamboree hosts, the 24th World Scout Jamboree hosts, and Mexico, Canada, and the United States of America to make their presentation.
Hi, everybody. I will address to the conference in Spanish, so I'm going to give you just a few seconds to the translation team to be prepared. Bienvenidos. Como ustedes saben, bueno, faltan 703 días. Bueno, en realidad faltan 702 un poquito.
There are 703, maybe 702 with Baku time, until the point when you can come to North America and we can have a great experience of the Jamboree together. Evidently, the idea of speaking in Spanish is to remind you that this World Scout Jamboree is going to have 3 official languages: English, French, and Spanish. I'm taking this opportunity to welcome delegations of the respective countries. Hey Canada, hey Mexico, hi the United States. I would like to present to you some of the important facts and details that we need to consider so that the experience that we want to create is a very special one. And I therefore have the pleasure of presenting you to the other co-director of this event. I haven't presented myself, sorry about that. I'm president of the Mexico Scout Association. And so my colleague is going to continue with the presentation. Thank you very much.
Good morning. My name is Scott Sorrells. I'm co-chair from the Boy Scouts of America. And as you travel home, I hope you will take to your scouts in your respective countries the goal of our organizing committee to welcome and provide a warmly embracing experience to every national scout organization in WOSM. We are united in scouting. I want to share with you a few details of additional resources that have come available, starting with our website. Hopefully you've had some time to see the website. It contains a video that is available in our 3 languages, and we'll show that to you now.
Get ready to unlock a new world by joining us for 12 days of peace, friendship, and adventure at the 24th World Scout Jamboree. The 3 host nations, Canada, Mexico, and the United States of America, welcome the World Scouting community to the Summit Rectal Reserve, a world-class sustainable adventure facility located in the heart of southern West Virginia in the United States. The World Scout Jamboree brings our different nationalities together in one place, united in the scouting movement for one unforgettable experience. It's an experience that captures the 5 core principles of adventure, friendship, leadership, service, and sustainability. What makes this World Scout Jamboree so special? It's an experience like none other, with wild and wonderful adventures like rock climbing, mountain biking, skateboarding, zip lining, whitewater rafting, and more. But adventure is just one part of the Jamboree. You'll also experience programs emphasizing leadership and cultural understanding. in addition to international venues like food houses, the Global Development Village, World Scout Center, and Faith and Beliefs. So make your plans now to visit North America in the summer of 2019 and unlock a new world at the 24th World Scout Jamboree. For more details and to register, visit our website at 2019wsj.org.
Thank you. We have recently added to our website our new brand and marketing guide. This has a wealth of resources for each NSO to help you publicize your contingents. It includes, for instance, templates for posters and other ready-made marketing materials, hundreds of high-quality photos, videos, a lot of resources that hopefully will make your life easier. We also have designed 5 elements relating to our program. Leadership and adventure. We have the leadership braid and the adventure braid. And then, sorry, too quick. Friendship, sustainability, and service. I want to pause a moment on the service aspect. We hope that each of you and your NSO will join with the World Bureau and the organizing committee for our vision for a special service project. It is our goal to take the 50,000 scouts and scouters that will be in West Virginia to energize the 50 million scouts around the world to contribute 500 million hours of service in their communities in the 50 days leading up to the Jamboree. We'll celebrate with a day of service and a worldwide broadcast back to the NSOs so we can try to bring some of the Jamboree experience to the scouts who won't be able to join us in West Virginia. So stay tuned for further information about the Season of Service campaign 50-50-50. With that, Omar, I'm going to turn it back to you, my friend and partner. To
continue, I'm proud and I have the pleasure of presenting to you our Dream Team, as we're calling ourselves. These are the members of the Dream Team. Working with them has been a really fantastic experience. And we remind each other day to day of why we are here, to making young people's dream a reality. I would like to pass over to Willie, Diana, and Jamie.
Gracias. Hello, hello. I'm Willie from the Boy Scouts of America.
Hola, soy Diana de la Asociación.
I am Diana from the Mexican Scouts.
We are so excited to be with you today as we start our countdown to the 24th World Scout Jamboree. Over the past 6 weeks, the Dream Team has had the chance to travel the world. We first started in Nova Scotia at the Canadian Jamboree, and then moved on to West Virginia for the Boy Scouts of America National Jamboree. We were at the Moot in Iceland, the World Scout Youth Forum, and today, the World Scout Conference. Everywhere as we go, the excitement level is high, and we believe that we'll have a higher demand than what we can possibly fit into our tents. We are planning on hosting 36,000 participants and leaders and as many as 9,000 IST.
So the recent BSA National Jamboree 2 weeks ago was an amazing rehearsal for the Summit Bechtel Reserve. The weather was beautiful. You have warm days and cool nights, which is great for sleep after a full day, which I'm sure many of you had yesterday. And we are thrilled to report that the site is ready. The base camp operations and program areas were running superbly, and the support systems worked great. Contingent leadership teams out here, take heed and be prepared. The site is huge. It's 5,667 hectares, so putting this simply, there will be a little bit of walking involved for the scouts and scouters, but you will be walking under shady, scenic trails in the mountains of West Virginia, so the journey is part of the experience.
While we have some transportation support, Scouts will need to bring the right shoes. Flip-flops and sandals will not work if you don't want to end up at the medical facilities because of blisters and sore feet. We want happy and healthy Scouts, so proper footwear will be a great difference for them.
And as we've advertised, there will be a lot of program and adventure elements. At the BSA National Jamboree, they ran 45 adventure programs. Everything from kayaking to skateboarding, 3D archery to mountain biking, and much more. So we counted experiences. So we counted experiences, like a morning at the skate park or an afternoon at the rocks, and there were nearly 170,000 experiences in the 8 days at the National Jamboree. And that doesn't even count the 25,000 Scouts who took the 2-mile hike out to Mount Jack, or the 1.25 million hours of service conducted at the National Jamboree.
Now, some of our adventure activities, particularly the ones where you're hanging up in the air, do have limited capacity. However, we have so much fun and different activities planned that Scouts and even a whole patrol won't be able to cover everything at the World Scout Jamboree. We haven't even begun to tell you everything that we have planned as part of our programs.
Now, there are some important dates that you need to pay attention to this year.
The first one is the head of contingent appointment form was due already earlier this year. So if you have not submitted it yet, please do so literally right now. Just kidding, today, or when you get home. The allocation process starts later this year, and you will need to indicate the number of participants and IST you would like to bring to North America. And as a small incentive, there's a fee discount available if you submit it before the end of the year.
The registration site for contingents and IST will open up later this year. IST will have to go through their NSO in order to be approved for and put into our pool of eligible staff candidates. As we roll into 2018, our first meeting of the heads of contingent will be in West Virginia in April 2018. If you guys have any questions or anything, please stop by our booth and we can show you how to take full advantage of the resources on our website, our branding and marketing resources, and to help you guys plan every step for your trip to North America.
The 24th World Scout Jamboree will feature the hallmarks of past World Jamboree programs, such as the Global Development Village, the World Scout Center, a model United Nations, and of course, the socialization elements of a Jamboree that will help participants make lifelong friends from all around the world. And, of course, if we talk about the Summit Bechtel Reserve, we also have to talk about sustainability. The Summit Bechtel Reserve is one of the most environmentally sustainable human habitats ever built for Scouts. We will capture these sustainable elements and practices in a new program. Now, I'm sure you've all heard about the Sustainable Development Goals here the last week. As our Secretary General said, the Scouts can be the organization that can mobilize the largest number of young people towards achieving the SDGs. We couldn't agree more with what he said. So please, let us show you a video of what sustainability looks like at the summit.
One of Scouting's principles is to leave the world a better place, which makes the Summit Bechtel Reserve one of the world's most sustainable Scout camps, the ideal spot to hold the 24th World Scout Jamboree. Built on reclaimed mining land, you'll find examples of sustainable design and construction everywhere. The buildings were constructed with locally harvested lumber. The lakes recreate natural wetlands, and the Scott Visitor Center harnesses geothermal energy. At the heart of this amazing camp is the Sustainability Treehouse, a living laboratory for sustainable living techniques. Like a tree, the Sustainability Treehouse collects sunlight, captures rainwater, taps the Earth's energy, and harnesses the wind. The 24th World Scout Jamboree has plans in place for participants to reduce, reuse, and recycle while they learn ways to care for the planet we call home. Make your plans now to visit North America in the summer of 2019 and unlock a new world at the 24th World Scout Jamboree. For more details, visit our website at 2019wsj.org. One of Scouting's principles is to leave the world a better place, which makes the Summit Bechtel Reserve one of the world's most sustainable scout camps, the ideal spot to hold the 24th World Scout Jamboree. Built on reclaimed mining land, you'll find examples of sustainable design and construction.
I invite you to join us at this epic event.
And we promise that you will leave with a wider view of the world,
a deeper understanding of North America,
and a renewed commitment to Scouting. Thank you.
See you in 2019.
Just before the recess, can we ask your attention for an important announcement?
So this is an announcement from the organizers. They have organized buses leaving for the Juma prayer at 12:20 outside the main entrance.
Thank you. Now the recess that we've arranged for you to give you an opportunity before you vote. Maximum 10 minutes. Please do not leave the plenary hall. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to give 3 more minutes and then we're going to call you to order. So please make your decisions. 3 more minutes. Right, can I ask you to settle down now? Will you please settle down? We're about to start the voting procedure. We have now come to the vote on the 42nd World Scout Conference and 14th World Scout Youth Forum to be held in 2020. Before we begin, may I take this opportunity on behalf of the World Scout Committee to express our appreciation for the efforts of both candidates, Egypt and Malaysia, in presenting us with 2 excellent event proposals. Please give them a special round of applause. There are still too many people walking around. Can I ask you to take your seats, please? Are we satisfied that everybody's been helped? Thank you. Now we'll invite Mr. Stephen Peck, the World Scout Bureau's Director of World Events, to explain
a secret ballot by e-voting, there are some special instructions which I need to give you. And I would like to have your attention very carefully, please, because there will be some additional restrictions and helpful hints through this little section. In accordance with the rules of procedure, each delegation will have 6 votes. They can assign them how they choose, either all 6 to one or split them between the 2 candidates. The bidder which acquires the most votes will be awarded the invitation. In case of a tie, the chairperson will immediately ask for another vote, and we will keep voting until that tie is broken. So please get it right quickly. As a reminder, the voting screen will look like the one behind me. You will have 15 minutes to cast your vote. 15 minutes to cast your vote. I'll remind all delegations of the following options to ensure the privacy of the vote. You can dim the brightness of your screen, and also your laptop goes fully flat so the people behind you can't see your vote if you wish to. I have a visual aid. It's amazing what you can get claps for at this audience. Okay, back to the serious stuff. This is serious, please. During the vote, no movement will be allowed in the delegate area. No movement will be allowed in the delegate area, and everybody will remain seated. Photos or video during the process are strictly prohibited. Can I ask my colleagues who will be monitoring these rules to please take their places around the hall? Please help us by not breaking those rules. We will run a test vote before, so that you can get acquainted with the system here, and then we will move to the actual vote. I hope that's clear, but are there any questions? Seeing none, Mr. Chairman, I pass back to you for the vote.
Thank you, Stephen. As mentioned, we will now initiate a test vote for World Scout events. Tellers, please take your places. Does any delegation have any
we want to... I want to know why we need to do a test for this. We haven't had a test vote for the other procedures, so why have we had one now?
I'm happy to answer that question. We have not done a world event vote so far. The current votes were all yes-no votes, so we want delegations to be acquainted with the special voting options for a world event vote. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good morning. Good morning. My name is Ricardo Wagner from Guatemala. I'll speak in English, but I could do it in Spanish. It's just a recommendation for both of the candidates for the World Conference and the Youth Forum, that if possible, not to make it in the high season of the travels, especially in Europe.
We see some cards up. We're assuming people need some support. This.
Please hold your cards up high so we can get technicians to you to solve the final remaining issues. We have so far 147 delegations already voted within the time space of 1 minute, which is excellent for the first 2120 World Scout Conference. Hold your cards high if you still have an issue, and we will bring one of our friendly and innovative technicians to you to solve your issue. This is the screen you should see before you if you are still voting. I see one issue up in the back there. I see one final issue up in the back. We are keeping the vote open, so everybody can be able to vote. We will do the same. Can I get a technician in the upper right corner of the room, please? Thank you. I see the problem of Australia is solved. Have you voted, Australia? Excellent. Thank you for your vote for the 2120 World Scout Conference. And we have a vote up there in the right as well. Mr. Chair, over to you.
We must now assume that everybody has voted. If anybody has not yet voted, would you indicate by holding up your card? There is still a delegation at the back. two on the left-hand side here that require some help on the left side of the auditorium.
So we cannot.
We're now going to close the vote. Do I read that now?
So as you all see now, the vote, you will see now a screen which shows that the votes are not released yet. This is what will happen during the real vote as well, because at this stage, the further steps in the procedure take place. Mr. Chair?
Right. The two devices will subsequently be taken by the tellers and the two administrators into a restricted area. There they will add up the result. Okay, we will now open the vote for the next 20 minutes. Please proceed.
If you have any technical issue during the vote, if you're not able to cast your ballot, please hold up your country cards high, and our tellers will ensure that our tellers and our technical staff will support you. Please can I ask no movement in the room? Please can I ask no movement in the room? Remain seated. I have a couple of, hold up your cards high. I have a technical problem there on the right. One, can that please be attended to? Thank you. We already have 137 NSOs who voted. If you have any problem casting your vote, please hold up your card. We'll be happy to help you out. The vote is open for 19 more minutes. If you have any issue casting your vote, please hold up your country card high.
Are there any delegations that still require time to complete their voting? If so, could you put up your card, please? We'll allow 2 more minutes and then declare the voting done. Assume that everybody's finished now. We have the final 1 minute and then we're closing the vote. We must just remind all delegations you are not allowed to take any photos or videos or move from your seats, please. Anything you do like this will compromise the vote. Please do not take photographs or videos or selfies, please. Voting is now closed, and we invite the tellers to do the checking, the results of which will be announced later. Tellers, will you now go and do the count check, please? Right, the next agenda item concerns the global support system. As you will remember, the 2011 World Scout Conference in Brazil requested the development of a streamlined system for the supporting of national Scout organizations with a specific focus on assessing capacity and providing tailored consultancy support. Let's have a look at a video clip which highlights the achievement of the past triennium.
The 2011 World Scout Conference, you asked us to set up a global support system. A system introducing a consultancy approach based on which NSOs can acquire expert resources and a tailored support through an identification of their strengths and areas of improvement, an exchange of project data, experiences, and synergies. The process through which this system is rolled out is what we call the global support cycle, helping NSOs assess their current capacity, prioritizing their action plan, identifying the support needed, and monitoring their results and telling their story. This is when we started working with SGS, a world's leading inspection, verification, and certification company, which has a well-proven track record in NGO audits. With SGS, we developed WOSM's own quality standard, the Global Support Assessment Tool. GSAT is based on a consolidation of requirements that are specific to the Scout movement and good governance best practices. Since we have trained GSAT facilitators, audited NSOs, developed 2 other evaluation versions, the Self-Assessment and WOSM Assessment, and trained WOSM assessors, launched an online platform to gather all of WOSM's capacity strengthening tools and initiatives. Today we celebrate all that we have achieved. Over 90 facilitators, 74 assessed NSOs, 45 audited NSOs, out of which 23 certified. An overview of our common strengths and areas of improvements. 91% of assessed NSOs saw the global support process as a strong contribution to the overall capacity. We look forward to working together to strengthen WOSM's capacity in reaching Vision 2023. You can learn more at scout.org/GSAT.
As you've seen from the video, we have no less than 74 National Scout organizations who took part so far in a GSAT assessment. May I ask representatives from all these NSOs to stand up so that they can be recognized. The 74 NSOs, can you stand?